So for the most part, the Oppo Find 7 seems like a pretty typical phone. It is a little bit larger at 5.5 inches, it has a good build quality, it does provide expandable storage and a removable battery, and its operating system, though maybe not everybody out there likes it, is ultimately pretty functional. But there is one trump card in the Find 7's bag of tricks that really sets it apart, and that's what I wanted to show you, and it's called VOOC Fast Charging. So it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And here is your Oppo Find 7a feature focus on the fast charging. And so without any further ado, here is the VOOC charger that comes with the Oppo Find 7 and 7a. In my case, it's the Find 7a. Now, it does look a little familiar. It looks a little bit like a MacBook charger in that you have the brick over on the power side with the integrated wall plug. So it's nice and neat. There you go, so not too intrusive. And aside from that, when you snake along the actual cord itself, you get the micro USB connector on the other side. Now there is a change inside of the connector, and it's not that blue color that you're seeing right now. If you count, there are actually 7 pins in there, not the usual 5 that you typically find in a micro USB cable. Now those 2 extra pins do allow for more channeling of power into the device itself from your source of power, but that is only part of the magic that is the VOOC Fast Charging. Now, before I get into this particular part, let me just explain that typically smartphones and tablets have an amp rating in terms of their chargers of around maybe 1 to 2 amps. They are only able to receive that maximum, so sometimes you might get a particular charger that outputs the maximum for it, but it really never really goes over 2 amps. In this case, however, the Oppo Find 7a and Find 7, of course, are able to receive a much higher current of power, and the charger, the VOOC charger itself, as you can see right underneath the wall plug, says that it can output 4.5 amps. So you're getting more than double the ampage when it comes to the Oppo Find 7 compared to tablets, and even more when you compare it to typical smartphones. So just that massive current of power is going from your source of power into the device and is providing a huge boost when it comes to the charging times. Now, there are some pitfalls when it comes to using the VOOC charger here, and well, here, let me just demonstrate how the cord is actually pretty short. Actually, it's not that long by any stretch of the imagination. Now, of course, this charger will not fit in pretty much all other smartphones because it has those two extra pins. But the other way around is actually true in terms of you can use any micro USB charger to charge the Oppo Find 7 and 7a. So in that regard, you should be able to charge it no matter where you are. But if you want the fast charging, which I'm about to demonstrate in a little bit, you need the proprietary charger. So kind of cutting to the chase a little bit, let's just say this: the fast charging works. It is the Oppo Find 7's probably best feature in my opinion, and it's one of the things that I've really come to rely upon in my daily usage of the phone. And the fast charging, again, it really works, but it doesn't really mean much for me to just say it works. I have to demonstrate it for you, obviously. But I thought I would do so by giving you a real world, kind of almost everyday scenario. So it happens to the best of us, and I think for everyone it's happened at least once, where you're already tucked into bed, you're probably looking at Facebook, or you're playing some games on your phone, or maybe you're texting a cute girl or something, but then you fall asleep, and you wake up realizing that you did not plug in your phone into your wall charger. Well, a lot of the times with typical smartphones, you might look at this and think, oh, I can charge it for like a little bit of time, but I'm not gonna have enough power to get through my day. Well, in the case of the VOOC fast charging of the Oppo Find 7a that I have, well, half an hour, as is being marketed, will get you from 0 to 75%. And that is already pretty incredible, but imagine in under an hour, you will be able to get a full charge on your phone. So plug in the phone, as I usually do in the morning, and then go about your morning routine. Go grab a bite to eat, make yourself some breakfast, take a shower, or go ahead and get dressed and get ready for what could be a long work day in which you really need your phone. And after, let's say, 45 minutes, let's say is a standard-ish routine, you'll come back, unplug the phone, and find that it, at least in my case, as you're seeing here, was charged already to 90%. Now that's really incredible. The fact that you can just plug in the phone, forget about it for a short amount of time, and then be able to come back to it and have all the power that you need, that's just a great, great feature of the Oppo Find 7 and 7a. I think that it's a great idea for other manufacturers to sort of take on this model, to be honest. Imagine if you had a proprietary charger that came with every phone. Yes, it might up the cost a little bit, but imagine what the benefits would be, because if you have the proprietary charger, you can charge your phone just like that. And of course, if you didn't bring the proprietary charger with you, you can always charge the phone in a more conventional sense using any other micro USB charging apparatus. So just a little bit of food for thought there, because battery is always an issue when it comes to pretty much any smartphone out there for many users who are, let's say, power users and really want the most out of their smartphones. So keep it tuned to Android Authority for all of the best coverage of the Oppo Find 7A. In this case, my full review is oncoming. It will be here pretty soon. I'm just going through the feature focus video so you can really see some of the best features of this phone and what I think of them. In this case, the fast charging is something I've really come to rely upon, and I think that you would too if you were able to get your hands on this phone. So keep it tuned to Android Authority for all of the best. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then hit up AndroidAuthority.com when you're done with all of that, because we are your source for all things Android.